Have you ever just looked around and wondered, how does any of this stuff actually work? Well, that's exactly the question a young girl named Mira had one evening. And her simple curiosity about light and electricity is going to be our guide as we explore the invisible forces that power our whole world.
So these are Mira's questions, and they're bigger than they sound, right? They get right to the heart of how everything functions. From the sunset she was watching to the lamp in her room, the answer to both questions starts with one single, incredibly powerful idea.
And yep, that big idea is energy. Before we can figure out why a light flicks on or a fan grinds to a halt, we have to get a handle on what energy is. It's kind of like the invisible fuel that drives almost everything happening around us, all the time. So what exactly is energy? The classic textbook definition is the ability to do work. Now that sounds simple, but let's just pause on what it really means. Without energy, there would be no movement, no growth, no light, no sound. I mean, absolutely nothing. It's the fundamental power source for the entire universe.
Here's a great way to make that huge definition feel a little more personal. Mira's brother, Arjun, just nailed it. It's like this. A car needs fuel to go, right? Well, we need food. That food becomes the energy our bodies use for absolutely everything, from running around and playing to just thinking.
Okay, so we've got a grip on what energy is, but what does it actually look and feel like? And where does it all come from? Let's start unpacking the different forms it takes and all the places we get it from. You see, energy isn't just one thing. It shows up in all these different disguises. We feel it as heat from a warm cup of tea. We see it as light pouring from a lamp, which is the only reason we can see anything at all. And we hear it as sound, which is really just energy making the air vibrate. We're literally surrounded by these forms of energy every single day.
So, where does all this energy come from in the first place? You can really sort it into two main buckets. In one bucket, you have nature's powerhouses, the sun, our biggest source by a long shot, plus wind and water. And in the other bucket, there's the energy we've figured out how to create and control, like electricity, the power we store in batteries, and all that chemical energy packed into fuels.
All right, now that we've got the big picture on energy, let's zoom right in on the part that sparked Mira's first question: light. It's not just something that lets us see. It's a totally fascinating form of energy with its own special rulebook. And this is the key takeaway right here. Light is energy. It's just a very specific type of energy that our eyes are designed to detect. Without it, our world would be pitch black, and our sense of sight would be pretty useless.
And just like energy in general, light comes from different places. You've got the huge natural sources like our sun and all those distant stars, which are basically giant light factories. And then you have the artificial or man-made sources we rely on every day. We're talking about the light bulbs in our houses, the candles on a cake, or the flashlight used when the power goes out.
Oh, this is another great question from Mira. When she looks in a mirror, she's seeing herself right now in real time. How does that even work? To figure this out, we need to understand one of the coolest tricks that light can do. This trick is called reflection, and it works in 3 simple steps. First, light from a source, let's say a light bulb, shoots out and hits your face. Then, that light bounces off your face and travels to the mirror. Finally, the mirror bounces that same light right back into your eyes. So what you're seeing is a pattern of light that is a perfect live-action image of you. So what happens when something gets in the way of that light? Well, you get a shadow. And a shadow isn't really a thing on its own. It's just an area where light is being blocked. An object gets in light's way, and the space behind it becomes a dark patch. It's just an absence of light. So, we've talked about energy, light, reflection, and shadows. And here's the best part. These aren't just ideas in a textbook. This is the operating manual for the world around us. And once you know the rules, you start seeing them in action absolutely everywhere. And that is exactly what Mira started to do. She began connecting the dots. That fan spinning around, that's not magic, it's electrical energy doing its job. The glowing light bulb is just turning that electricity into light energy. And the sun, it isn't just a bright spot in the sky, it's blasting our planet with both heat and light energy. See, it's all connected. And really, that's the beauty of it all. Science isn't about memorizing a bunch of facts. It's a tool for understanding. It gives you the power to look at something simple, like a shadow on the wall or your own reflection, and see the incredible physics playing out right there. So next time you flip a light switch, think about it. You're not just turning on a light. You're witnessing an amazing transformation of energy.